Hey, it's Rick Barker, founder of the Music Industry Blueprint, former manager of Taylor Swift, currently consult Big Machine Records, and had the opportunity this year to be involved with American Idol as the social media mentor for the contestants. And I'm here at the Oasis Resort in beautiful Cancun, Mexico. Have an opportunity once a year to bring down some country artists, and we do a little festival here. So I thought, hey, let's take advantage of the gorgeous background, despite the fact that you may hear animals, you may hear birds, you may hear kids that sound like animals in the background. I thought this would be a great setting to shoot a video for you. So as I sit here today, let me show you, I'm wearing my Music Has Value t-shirt. And some of you might say that's kind of contradictory to what I teach, because I do a lot of free music and free downloads. And let me explain to you what that means for me. Is you are a business. I'm a business. I give a lot of free videos away, kind of like the one you're watching right now. And I do that as a way for us to build a rapport. For you to say, wow, you know, Rick really understands what he's talking about. The videos that I watch, they help me in my music business. And then all of a sudden I show up with a product. You're going to go, hopefully the plan is you're going to go, wow, this is pretty impressive. I loved what he sent to me. I love what I've seen before. I'll go ahead and, you know, spend the 45 bucks or the 90 bucks or the hundreds of dollars, whatever it is that I happen to be offering at that time, because we built a rapport and I built trust with you, and you know who I am and you know the quality of the work that I do. Same thing on the music side, is that the best form of marketing for you is your music. And every business has to spend and has to invest in marketing if they want to be successful. So what better way to market you than with your music, with videos, with whatever it shows you playing music, and consumers are able to consume your goods. Your goods are your music. So music has value, downloads have value, free downloads have value, because we're doing it in exchange for something. We are extracting something. We are bringing something to us in exchange for that song. Most importantly, it's usually the email address. And then, of course, now we have the ability to communicate with these folks. There are companies right now that will spend $10, $15, $20 for one qualified email address. I'm having you get an email address in exchange for a couple of your songs. So that's what I share with the free music scenario. So Eric, one of my clients, I work with him and his daughter, came to me and he said, okay, Rick, when do we go from free to paid? And my answer to him was, as soon as you possibly can. As soon as the relationship is at that point where you can then ask for support, where you can ask for money. If you think about it, major label artists who release CDs every year, all there are is they're in the $10 friend business. They must maintain a relationship for 12 months or 16 months or however long the cycle is until their next product comes out where a friend feels obligated to spend $10 with them. The problem is those artists disappear and they don't show up, and they only show up when they want money. Well, we have friends in our lives that are like that, and we're not happy with them when they constantly just show up for money. Your fans are not any different. So don't expect them to respond differently than you do when your friends show up asking for money. So how can we fix that? For me, it's just making sure that people are involved throughout the year in the process. If you're recording new songs, if you're going into the studio, doing YouTube videos, sharing stories behind the songs, just constantly be in contact with them, sharing that information with them, so when the time comes for the CD to be delivered, they feel obligated to be a part of you because you have been in their lives. You just didn't show up when you needed something. Also too, is you got to remember, the more music you give them, and the better understanding they have of who you are, the more likely they are to come to a concert, and more likely they are to buy a t-shirt. And there's a much bigger markup on a t-shirt than there is on a download. Let me share with you, and a lot of you who know me know the way I feel about the Grateful Dead. They were the best marketers in the world. They're 50 years, they're still doing what it is that they love, and they're still selling out shows and making millions and millions of dollars every year, and they haven't had a song on the radio in a long time. Matter of fact, a lot of their songs never made it to the radio. But here's what they did, is they would bring people together and they would do their shows, and then they would set up recording stations where you could record their music onto a cassette. If you don't know what a cassette is, Google it. And then they would encourage you for free, they wouldn't charge you for this, to go share those tapes with your friends. And then months later, they would come back. And all of a sudden, here's this whole group of people that all knew the same songs, that all wanted to party together, that all spent $30 to be a part of this experience. They used their music to create these experiences. That's what I challenge you to do. Apple just doesn't show up randomly all of a sudden and go, hey, I've got this brand new iPhone 6, you should buy it. Matter of fact, it's called a launch. They plan out in advance of the launch of this product. You could do the same thing with your music. If you have 10 songs that you're releasing, or 5 songs, no matter the number, go shoot 5 story behind the song videos. Play it acoustic, strip the MP3 off the YouTube video and give it to someone, and then let them buy the fully produced EP later because they already feel attached to it. Don't hold on to your stuff. Get your stuff out there. Let people experience it. It's all about the relationship. It's not return on investment. It's return on relationship, and it's up to you to build those relationships. I heard Benji Rogers of Pledge Music say recently, he says, we don't need new ways to buy music. We need reasons to buy music. Your engagement with your fan base, you letting them sample the goods, you let them feel like they're a part of it, that's going to give them a reason to buy. So I hope you found this video helpful. Hope you enjoyed the scenery. If you want to know more information about me, just go to my website, rickbarker.com. If you haven't picked up a free copy of my book yet, feel free to do so. There's also a couple free video series and other programs that I have available. So I hope you found this has value to you. Please feel free to share it with your friends, and I'll see you inside the next video. Adios from Mexico.